12:15 a.m. The home of 10 great songs in a row. Virgin Radio.
Rock the Casbah. Good afternoon. That's force of habit. Morning. It's very quiet out. It's like there's a royal wedding on or something. There's absolutely nobody on the streets at all. As opposed to the scruffy ruffians who were wandering around cheering and screaming last night after that result. I'm Nick Abbot. Danny Baker's in Europe, probably still cheering after that result. And what I'm going to do is a kind of, if you've never heard me do this before, I'm actually nervous. I'm kind of almost shaking. Starting a talk-type show for the first time is always a nightmare because you're broadcasting to somebody else's audience who haven't got any idea what you're doing, particularly because of the kind of thing that I do is no topics, which is, you know, on a talk show, it's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot with a machine gun. So I'm going to punt for calls, 0500 30 12 15, and the first one, pathetically enough, is the ultimate anorak of all time. How totally predictable that it should be you. Regulars of the old show here, there and everywhere will recognise this bloke, even before I introduce him. It's Aid, who, even now, after all these years, probably still can't get laid.
Yeah, I love it. Welcome back to Talk Show.
Yeah, I know. It's actually weird doing one during daylight hours, which makes me even more nervous than I ordinarily am.
How could you be nervous like you're such a pro?
Well, I don't know. Tell me that in 180 minutes' time.
What happens in 180 minutes' time?
Well, that's the end of 3 hours, and time will be up.
Yeah.
So, we are in the gutter looking at the stars, ladies and gentlemen. After a start like this, things can only improve. Unlike Danny, I don't actually do topics, so don't be waiting for me to throw stuff out. Although the one thing that I'm going to do is, if you... I've just been looking up myself on the website, and I'm doing a poll about last night's game. If you're on the... what game was that? Well, that's part of the poll, actually, because we think that, you know, you see a lot of England flags going about, people have been putting them on cars and hanging them out their windows, and that's sweet, that's nice, the sort of thing you only ever see in America, really. And you think that the country is gripped with this thing, but are they actually? I spent yesterday in the sunshine drinking with a lot of people who had no intention of watching football yesterday. So the poll, if you're on the net, which seems to have had a large number of responses already, there's perhaps something wrong with our machine. Last night's match was A, the second greatest result in history, B, a lucky escape after a lacklustre performance, or C, who cares? And so far, even though I haven't said anything about this on the air, 32% say it's the greatest result in history, 11% say it's a lucky escape after a lacklustre performance, and a full 16% say who cares. So it's, who cares could actually win this thing if it becomes a tied race. That's on the websites, all the w's.virginradio.co.uk. But the phones is better, 0500 30 12 15. Doing a show like this is always like pushing a rock down a hill. It's very slow at the beginning, kind of like watching a soap opera as well. Don't judge it by the first show. It definitely picks up as we go along. Oh, and in fact, it couldn't get worse. 0500 30 12 15.
Go on, leave me breathless. Come on, leave me breathless. Go on.
And breathless. Alarm bells are going off in my mind the entire time I'm doing this, because the dead air is something that I don't normally associate with working in this building. So I'm feeling as though I'm doing something wrong, like I should be doing something else. Like there's no music in the background right now, and so it just feels particularly weird for me, and probably for everybody who's listening. Here's one in. Doesn't actually say where he is, so let's just take a punt. It'd be like Russian roulette on the phones, but his name is Loin. Hello.
It's Lloyd.
Lloyd.
As in bank.
Can I call you Loin?
No.
For short?
No, Paul.
So what's up, Paul? I mean...
There's nothing up, mate. At the end of the day, I was James Dean, Jesus Christ, and God.
That was some day.
Yeah, but I've had to fight very much for us. To get myself recognised.
Now, did you specifically come to listen to this because I was on, or are you a regular for the Danny? I can't imagine that you would be a regular on the Danny show.
Yeah,
you've been specifically following me. This is my audience. Incredible.
Yeah.
So at the end of one day, you were Jesus, James Dean, and God. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And where are you right now? Are you making your one phone call?
No, it's a phone call with everyone in the whole world who loves about me.
Okay, everything is beautiful in its own way. Is that what you're saying?
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely.
Yeah, too much feeling. Here's one in Norwich. Hello.
Hi, Nick.
Adam.
Hi. Hello.
What's up, Adam?
I'm a big fan of your previous show on the unnamed radio station we weren't mentioned.
Right, one of those other ones, yeah.
Yeah, just wondering if it's going to be sort of a regular thing.
On current performance, I very much doubt it. What do you think?
Well, no, because it went down an absolute hit, didn't it? Especially when you got Elizabeth from Cheddar on.
Well, I've got somebody who used to work on my old show who perhaps has Elizabeth from Cheddar's home phone number, which is a bit of a worry in itself. So maybe we'll give her a call and round the old gang up.
Well, that's a good idea, yeah. Because it doesn't. It's someone that sounds a lot like Kevzilla that does the news. Kevin Young. Is that the same one?
That I don't know. I never listen to the news. It's always depressing.
Oh right.
Top of our news just now was, and I've got the headlines from much of the Sunday papers. Billie Piper collapses in a nightclub. Who's she? Anybody have any idea who Billie Piper is? Ever heard of her at all before?
She's that pop singer who in a desperate attempt to appear more mature, she added her surname. It used to be Billie in this weird old signature. But now, she's grown up.
Well, she's gone the other way, because most people are dropping their surname, like Madonna and others that aren't coming to me right now.
Yeah, but she was like 5 when she did her last song, and it was like a stupid old signature, and everyone said, her, isn't she young? But now she wants to appeal to the more mature end of the market, so...
What, by collapsing in a nightclub?
That's the one, yeah.
I haven't quite got the hang of these these effects
Don't worry.
There it is. Oh! Menu! Billie Piper, no, never heard of her, but we have now, and let's hope that she, pulls through.
Yeah, anyway, best of luck with the new show.
Yeah, I'm going to need all the luck I can get. Thanks a lot, mate.
Nice one.
0500 30 12 15. I've got an update on this poll, which is somewhat surprising. 20% say that last night's match was the greatest result in history. 34% it was a lucky escape after a lackluster performance, and full 23% say who cares. More people say who cares than actually thought it was the second greatest result in history. And you can vote on that. We're going to take that for an hour or so, and then we're going to ask who Billie Piper is. And the website is allthews.virginradio.co.uk. And the phone 0500 30 12 15. Just looking at the Stereophonics. I'm Nick Abbott. This is Virgin Radio. Danny Baker's in Europe at the moment, and we'll return next week. I'm taking calls at 0500 30 12 15. And the poll is it's somewhat surprising right now, because it might be initially surprising, but it's the result that I expected. I'm doing a phone poll, not a phone poll, by the way. It's a pewter poll, allthews.virginradio.co.uk. And the question is, last night's match was A, the second greatest result in history, B, a lucky escape after a lackluster performance, or C, who cares? Because you do think that the country is absolutely gripped with this stuff, but my suspicion is that way over 50% just don't care. And winning it in a runaway is who cares? 43% of respondents so far couldn't care less about last night. They probably didn't even watch it. 23% and said there's a lucky escape, and 24% is kind of head-to-head the second greatest result in history. So most people just, couldn't give a damn one way or the other. Here's one in Hazelmere. Hello.
Hi,
Emma.
it's Emma. Yeah,
Emma.
that's right.
What's up, Emma?
I'm complaining about the fact that all my chemistry modules are the day after all the England games, so someone is destined for me to fail my chemistry A-level.
You're one of these people who cares.
Oh, I definitely care. Definitely. Pride of the country.
Chemistry module.
Yeah, we have, it's like a modular course. So the day before my two hardest chemistry modules was the England-Portugal game. then the day before my chemistry synoptic paper, which is 4 huge lever archfuls of work, is the match against Romania.
But that's not so bad having huge reams of chemistry to get through, because it's such an interesting subject.
Oh, I so completely agree. You know, the
What possessed you to do chemistry?
I asked myself the same question, but it's a bit too late now.
Is that one of those things where you didn't actually want to get a job, so you just went to university to avoid making a decision for 4 years, 3 years, whatever it is you're doing, and
No,
chemistry was your default choice?
No, I'm doing my A-levels at the moment, so it's A-level rather than a degree.
Right. And what do you actually plan to do?
Study maths, actually.
Oh,
Don't think I'm weird now.
You are weird. You're doing chemistry and you plan to study maths. For what possible reason? Like, why?
I like it.
And my question was, what do you intend to actually do? See, studying maths is not doing. That's just another avoidance of actually doing something. You know what I mean? I think it's tremendous that students have to pay to actually go do it. I was one of the last students in the country to get it all for nothing. And that's the very reason that I went to university. Well, primarily because my parents would have killed me had I not gone. But also I didn't want to work. And so you go to university and you just sit with your feet up for 4 years. So
I'm actually looking...
You're breaking up, Emma. Perhaps you should try physics instead. Here's one in Brighton. Hello.
Hello.
Brighton.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Nick, a few years ago I spoke to you several times on your show, and I was playing the old tapes the other night. Do you remember your train spotting one?
Do I remember my train spotting what?
You had this guy on who was a train spotter, and you said, well, you know, you are a bit sort of geekish, you know, and it was excellent. I was in hysterics. And I got practically the whole of your programme, and you've always been excellent as this talk show host. You've always done well at it. How can you be nervous now?
I don't know. It's just a case of, well, like I said
Because you haven't
before,
done it for a while.
Yeah, like I haven't done it for a while. I don't have anything to talk about because it's not the kind of thing that I do. It just sort of
I know,
rolls
but
along.
you've got an excellent sense of humour, and whenever you get these people on, you're just very good at it.
Okay, well, listen, thanks a lot, Mum. Nice of Mother to take time out to on her busy schedule to call, eh? 0500 30 12 15. This is Virgin Radio. Space.
But you look so cool in that Wonder Bra.
Crying like a wind over you, Space. Well, the poll is changing virtually by the second. Last night's match was A, the second greatest result in history. Now 46%, virtually half of the people that polled think it was the second greatest result in history. B, it was a lucky escape after a lackluster performance, has gone down to 12%. And who cares? It's still in there. I feel like Alan Freeman now. Still in there at 38%. 0500 30 12 15. It's Virgin Radio. I'm Nick Abbot in for Danny Baker. Here's one in Luton. Hello.
Morning, Nick.
Morning, Nicky.
How are you?
Nervous.
I know you are very nervous, and I'm very disappointed in you. None of this sycophantic stuff from me, I'm afraid.
Good.
You know
A
what
little less of the sucking up.
That's always been a problem though, with your show, so you know. In all the time I've listened to you, there's lots of them on, and they all suck up to you.
Over and over and over again, I know.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you know, you just got to get ratty. That's your, you know, you're always at your best when you're just like stroppy about something.
Stroppy?
Yeah, you've always been very stroppy.
Well, you know when you said you weren't going to be sucking up to me? You didn't have to go entirely the other way.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't do that.
I suppose so, and we love you just the way you are. Thanks a lot, Nicky. 0500 30 12 15. Here's what looks like a stoner in Barnsley. Hello.
Hey, mate.
Paul.
How you doing?
All right.
No, I was just wondering, you know, in Amsterdam the other day, there were no trouble after the match at all, and they had to look hardly anybody up.
I was quite intrigued by the press coverage of that, because it seemed almost all positive. They were saying all these people are behaving themselves really well because they're stoned. It was almost an advert for the stuff in papers that normally call it the drug menace, and you smoke a joint 1 minute and you'll be injecting heroin in your eyeballs the next.
Yeah, right. Well, what I was thinking is if they got rid of all dodgy hamburger stands and put outside them all these dodgy Amsterdam-style cafes outside all football grounds, well, there'd be no trouble no more, would there?
Yeah, but then what are they going to eat?
Well, they'd have to move them away and put hamburger stands back after for munchies.
Right, you thought about this a lot, Paul.
I've spent a lot of time thinking about it.
Yeah, a little too much, I think. Yes, I'm calling the police.
Every hour, all through your workday. This is the home of 10 great songs in a row. Virgin Radio.
Virgin Radio, I'm Nick Abbott. The web-based poll on allthews.virginradio.co.uk is: last night's match was A, the second greatest result in history, so far 32%. B, a lucky escape after a lackluster performance, 21%. Oh, come on, who are you people kidding? And C, who cares, a full 45%. Ordinarily had thought that the nation was united behind them, but almost half just don't care. So, oh, my scone is backing up on me. Excuse me. Here's one in Ealing. Hello.
Oh, hi there, Nick. How you doing?
All right.
My name's Simon. It was just I was phoning because last week Danny was talking about the Dalai Lama, and well, I met him last night.
You met the Dalai Lama last night?
I did.
Right, he wasn't in an Amsterdam coffee shop, was he?
No, funny enough, I was a little worse for wear, but it was definitely in McDonald's in High Holborn last night.
You met the Dalai Lama in McDonald's in High Holborn
yeah, probably.
last night. Really? What did he order?
We know he was sitting down. I think he was eating a cheeseburger. I think it was, but
He didn't order the Mc-Chinese special?
No, honestly.
So the Dalai Lama was sitting down in McDonald's in High Holborn last night eating a cheeseburger.
We're a group of people.
Right.
And he was wearing, you know, that red and yellow stuff that, well, the Dalai Lama wears.
Yeah.
And I went out to him.
Which team was he supporting?
Well, I think he was an England fan last night.
Red and yellow. Close, no cigar.
Yeah, must have had extra colours on for David Seaman or something, I don't know. Yeah, so I went out to him, because I'd had a few and I was feeling brave. And I said, "You're the Dalai Lama, aren't you?" And he said, "Yes." And he said, "Did you enjoy the match?" I said, "Yes." And then went outside and said to my friend, "The Dalai Lama's in there."
You're whispering, I can barely hear you now.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah, anyway, I went outside and said to my friend, "It's the Dalai Lama." Yeah, it's the Dalai Lama. Walks out, and then he got into one of those big space wagons and shook my hand again.
Right, a Pope-mobile.
Yeah, a bit like that.
Was he actually standing up in a Perspex bubble?
Not on this particular occasion, no. But, yeah,
And that was it? I definitely thought we were building up to a joke. But no.
No, I'm just telling it because Danny was talking about it last week, you see. So that was that.
So have you ever met any other religious leaders in McDonald's in High Holborn? Is that like where they hang out?
Religious leaders? No, I haven't, no. Anyway, I just thought I should share that with you.
Well, it sounds like
as well.
it sounds like you did.
And,
pass it all around. Thanks a lot, Simon.
And good luck to England as well.
England, quite.
Absolutely.
0500 30 12 15. Here's one in London, and it's a
Hello?
person called Lana.
That's me.
Lana.
Yeah?
Sound like an airline.
Well, yeah. I think it's a Russian name, not really sure.
So what's up, Lana?
Well, I've just been listening to your show, and suddenly crossed my mind that maybe most of the football fans are actually asleep with hangovers at the moment, which is why you're getting the results you're getting.
That's actually a good point. Let me refresh my page here and see what the current result is. Every time I come back to it, it's almost completely different. And what would you vote? Last night's match was A?
Oh, I haven't actually voted.
Well, what would you vote? The second greatest result in history?
Well, kind of halfway between A and C, really. I'm kind of interested, but I wouldn't say it's the
Halfway
second
between A and C, dear, is B.
Yeah, but even D, I don't know. I'm a bit of a, I don't know. Do you have a D default?
I'll just put you under query. Can I do that?
Yeah, that's great.
Thanks a lot. It's 0500 30 12 15. So far, the second greatest result in history, 26%. It's all like virtually neck and neck now. A lucky escape after a lackluster performance, which is the correct answer, was 35%, and who cares was 38%. Well, I say it was a lackluster performance, but I found it quite difficult to actually stay awake, which is not a reflection on the nature of the match, although it was, you know, for an uninterested bystander, relatively boring. But yesterday, as with most people in the country, I spent the entire day sitting in the sun and drinking, which is going to put you into a deep coma around about 7 o'clock. Which is just when things started to kick off. Oh dear, what a pity. Never mind. We'll know next time. 0500 30 12 15. This is Virgin Radio, and here is an update on our Dalai Lama story from Kent.
Hello. Yeah, I just thought it would be worth pointing out
the obvious.
Yeah, the Dalai Lama is leader of Tibetan Buddhists, which means he's a vegetarian. So
doesn't eat at McDonald's a lot, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it just seemed very odd that he was eating a cheeseburger.
Or that just generally he would be sitting down in McDonald's.
Yeah.
I mean, does any part of that sound a little strange to you? Or all of it? All of it,
pretty much all of it.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah. He's probably out in his fields growing organic celery or whatever the hell it is he does. I've got no idea, but the best of luck to him.
Yeah, if he wanted to come to England and eat some McDonald's in wherever it was, New Malden,
then he's perfectly entitled to do so. It's a free country.
Yeah.
But that's not what Jack Straw says, actually, but most of us think that it still is. So you wait until the end of the year and this bill where they can look into your emails, and then it definitely won't be a free country. Then we'll need Bruce Willis or another man in a vest to come and save us from the tyranny under which we find ourselves. Okay, thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you.
0500 30 12 15. Here's one in Welling Garden.
Hello.
Philip.
Yes, good morning.
How you doing?
Not so bad, not so bad. Just to comment about the football match last night, really, it's, as I am an Englishman and do desperately want them to do well, but I just feel that we're getting carried away with ourselves a bit here. Are we not falling into what I would call the Scottish syndrome? Scotland really only want to beat one team in this world, don't they? And that's England. England only really want to beat one team in this world, and it's Germany. What is the point in beating Germany when Germany can still go through and England go out? Yes, we go out, Germany go through, but we beat Germany. What good is that?
Where do I even start? First of all, Scotland doesn't only want to beat one team. They want to beat any team that they happen to be playing at the time. Ditto
No, but
England.
they really, really want to beat England, don't they? If they played as well against every other team like they play against England, they wouldn't be where they are in world football today.
Which is
quite lowly
nowhere.
placed. Which is quite lowly placed.
Well, I grew up in Scotland, and I hear a lot of stuff about, the Scots hate the English, and I didn't get any of that at all.
No, I'm not for 1 minute saying the Scots hate the English. What I'm saying is there is so much rivalry there. It's like a Liverpool-Manchester United game. They really, really want to get one over the old enemy, and if they really applied that expression in other games, they would do a lot better than they do today.
I think it's just the disease of any country that happens to be attached to any other. We all hate our neighbours, both the micro and macro. We hate the people that are attached next to us because they are up making loud love all night. We can't get to sleep, and we hate the people that are above us because they haven't put carpets down on their floorboards and they're creaking all the time. And we hate the people over the borders. Everybody does. The Americans hate the Canadians, and the Portuguese hate the Spanish, and
the Australians hate the Kiwis.
And the Luxembourgers hate everybody because every country in the world has got a border with Luxembourg.
Right. But I'm just basically not trying to get carried away with the result. The result was great. We needed to beat Germany. Great. But it wouldn't have mattered whether it was Germany or any other team. We needed to win that game. So in putting the game into perspective, it's a good result. The fact that it's Germany is neither here nor there.
No, yeah, you're quite right. Had it been any other team, then it wouldn't be on page 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in a special pull-out colour section inside every single newspaper on your stand today.
Absolutely, but if it had been Turkey that we were playing, it would have been just as important to win.
Yeah, had it been Turkey we were playing, then most of the report would have been on the bloodbath that would have happened before and after the game.
Well, that's another story, isn't it?
Isn't it just? And there is a colour pull-out section with a special blood sample in some of the papers today. You might want to go and look for that on your stand.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, mate.
I don't think it matches my type.
Matches your type?
No, I don't think it matches my blood type.
Oh, your blood type. I thought we were going into sexual preferences there for a moment.
Don't judge everyone by your own standards.
0500 30 12 15. Oh yeah, Macy Gray, good one. New music from Macy Gray, Virgin Radio. I'm Nick Abbot in for Danny Baker. Numbers 0500 30 12 15. Doing an internet poll right now. It's all the w's.virginradio.co.uk. I'm going to take it into the next hour because the previous caller was quite right. People who did stay up last night, stay up till all of like 9 o'clock last night to watch the match may still be in a drunken stupor lying in the gutter. So give them another hour because so far it's the result is a mite surprising. Last night's match was A, the second greatest result in history, 21%. B, a lucky escape after a lackluster performance, 39%. And C, who cares, 39%. So you think that the country is united behind a football team, or virtually 40% of the respondents in this scientific survey just don't care. Here's one in East London. It's a London thing. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Nick. Just a couple of points, mate. First of all, I thought the guy's story about the Dalai Lama was pretty unbelievable.
Yeah.
But your last caller he just absolutely amazes me, you know. First of all, he says that we've got a thing about beating England, right? It seems to me he's got a chip in his shoulder about us, no? I mean, he's making remarks there. People ask the question, why is there so much sort of, I don't say hatred because I live in London, between Scottish and English, but his remarks is a prime example of why there's a lot of bitterness.
Well, no, he kind of was right, because I grew up in Edinburgh, and my mates up there definitely got more excited about the Scotland-England fixtures than any other. I mean, that's fairly true.
Yeah, but as I said, he's also making remark we're pretty low in the world standings. If he wants to check the FIFA rankings at the moment, he'll find that we're only 2 places behind England. So it's not much of a difference, no?
And England are, what, three places behind America?
13th and Scotland are 16th.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You're making it up.
No, in the last year, believe it or not, Scotland have beaten England away from home, Germany away from home, Ireland away from home, and they've also drawn with Holland and Holland.
They spend too much time away from home, don't they?
No, well, they're just at their crap at home, mate, basically, no? The other thing is, right, about the violence that's taking place at the moment over there.
Yeah.
I'm hearing all these so-called experts saying it's all being caused by alcohol. Right, I've been in the World Cup in Italy and Spain, and European Championships in Sweden, and Euro '96 in England.
This is virtually your whole CV we're having here.
I'm sure you realise how much alcohol the Scottish fans drink, and yet we never cause any trouble. So, I mean, it sort of disproves the theory that alcohol's to blame.
Well, no, it's not to blame, but it helps.
See, basically, these guys, these guys are basically brought up to live a life of violence. It's an easy option to attach themselves to a football team. 90% of the people over in Holland and Belgium supporting England are good football fans with no intention of causing any trouble.
I know, but and the journalists who are out there as well have no intention of reporting that is the case, because it's much more exciting to report that people start fighting. Well, if you go around Glasgow or London or Newcastle at kicking out time at 11 o'clock, you probably see a similar level of violence, but it's just not sexy news. Anyway, listen, I've got to go, but thanks a lot. 0500 30 12 15. They're moving towards the new news. Here's one in Glasgow. Hello. Can you call back when your child has grown up? Or Bournemouth?
Hello.
Joe.
Yes. Hi.
What's up, Joe?
I just wanted to say about the match last night and about your poll this morning. I don't think it's so much that people don't care. I think it's that they don't care how the result was got. They just care that we got the result. We got a goal in the net and the Germans didn't.
Are you saying that our poll is not scientifically valid?
No, I'm just saying that perhaps the third category needs to be expanded a little bit.
It's a little more explanation on the third category. No, I'm not going to explain it more. Who cares? That's fairly understandable. Who cares? What's not understandable about that?
Well, do you mean who cares that we won? Or
no,
I mean how we won.
I mean, who cares?
Well, I care that we won, but I don't care how we won. I just care that we got a goal in the net and the Germans didn't. Isn't that the important thing? Not what tactics were played and what system they used?
No, it's just the way that you said that. The Germans didn't, not the other team, but you specifically, it's
well,
going back to this.
That's the important thing, isn't it?
This whole hatred thing.
No, I don't think we hate them. I just think it's important that we've beaten them. It's given the whole country a boost, and hopefully we'll do better on now in the rest of the...
Well, that was why I put this poll in the first place because I don't know whether it does give the country a boost, because I'm not sure that, you know, more than 50% of the country is actually interested. And now it's the second greatest result in history, 19%, a lucky escape, 44%, and who cares, 36%.
So, well, perhaps then your other caller that was saying that people are still hungover and still in bed, perhaps she was right.
Yeah.
Perhaps people are waking up now and listening in and deciding to phone in and have their say.
Quite possibly so. Well,
I think people do care. They perhaps don't get up and say it so much.
well, I'll let it run for another hour and we'll see.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, bye.
So it's 0500 30 12 15. I'm Nick Abbott in for Danny Baker, and the first hour of any show that you pick up like this is always a bit of a nightmare. And so no change in this respect. Things can only get better.
Well, that whole experience sure did suck. Yeah, I'm sure glad that's over with.
The home of 10 great songs in a row. Virgin Radio. From Sky across the UK, this is Virgin News.
At 11 o'clock.
10 great songs in a row, now broadcasting in digital quality across the UK on Virgin Radio. For an in-car audio experience, lock it on and never retune. Or for radio that matches the quality of your hi-fi at home, check out Virgin Radio, now available in digital sound across the UK on the Digital One network. Check out your local hi-fi store or browse ukdigitalradio.com. Digital Radio, tomorrow's wireless.
Seeds. Virgin Radio, I'm Nick Abbott in for Danny Baker, and the number is 0500 30 12 15. So just going through some of the snooze papers, and one of the biggest stories, apart from the football, is Billie Piper collapses in a nightclub. And my question is, who's Billie Piper? Has anybody ever heard of this woman? Another one of these famous people that you've never heard of. Naomi Campbell, who I have heard of, checks into an anger management clinic after throwing a... after throwing a telephone at an employee. Now, this is an old story, maybe you heard about this, but I saw her doing the David Letterman show, which is now nightly on ITV2 for on digital customers only. And she said that she didn't throw the phone, but it's reported in the Sunday Peephole here today that she went on another show and she said that she did. Supermodel Naomi Campbell broke down in tears as she talked for the first time about her infamous temper and how she's trying to control it. The catwalk queen started to cry as she frankly admitted she had thrown a phone at an ex-employee and had then checked herself into a clinic to undergo treatment to curb her anger. She blamed her problems on... it's not... Where do you even start? She blamed her problems on somebody else. Her absent father, specifically. Childhood loneliness and bullying. That's made her insecure despite the fact she's still one of the world's top supermodels. She said she'd never known her father, adding that brings up a lot of feelings and anger. Oh, you know, a lot of people walking around in this country wondering whether they can pay their gas bill or not, or whether they're going to get fired at the end of the week. And poor little multi-millionairess Naomi Campbell has to check herself into a rehab clinic for a month because she's upset. Here's one in Plymouth. Hello.
Hi.
Shelley.
Hi. About this guy from Welwyn Garden City that phoned, I think he was from anyway, saying about Scotland, whether, you know, they were any good and all the rest of it. If the tables have been turned and Scotland has been in this playing last night and not England, so England weren't playing at all, would the whole country be behind Scotland? I don't think so.
Did he suggest that Scotland should be behind England?
No, well, basically that's the way things are. I mean, I live in England, right, and I don't hate the English, but when I go to work, it's England, England, England. It gets rammed down your throat, basically. Now, when Scotland are playing in the rugby, you know, it's constantly, oh, you know, Scotland's never going to win, it's going to be England, blah, 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 blah. And when Scotland do win, the English are sort of like, oh, well, you know, we didn't play as good as we used to. Things like that, you know. At the end of the day, yes, it was nice that England won yesterday, but if it had been the other way around and it had been Scotland, would we be seeing all this hoo-ha about it all?
Hoo-ha? No, probably not. And by the way, Shirley, if it does get rammed down your throat at work, you can always get compensation for it. Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye.
0500 30 12 15. Here's one in High Holborn.
Hi.
Oh, it's the scene of the Dalai Lama sitting down to eat a beef burger in McDonald's, the likely story that happened about an hour ago on this show.
Hi.
Niels.
Hi. That bloke that phoned up earlier on said he saw the Dalai Lama in McDonald's.
Yeah.
He might have been right, because McDonald's backs onto the Tibetan Foundation and shop building in New Oxford Street.
So he just, nipped round the corner for a quick bite? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I've seen loads of lamas around there, and if the Dalai Lama was in the country, he might have been there, because they're not strict with...
No, I think you're mishearing it. It's not the Dalai's Lama, it's the Dalai Lama.
If you lived in Tibet, I tell you, you'd probably eat meat as well. It's a bit of a rugged place. You'd eat anything that moved if you lived in Tibet.
That's right. If McDonald's opened a branch halfway up a mountain...
It'd be busy.
Then you'd probably ask for some large fries to go, yeah.
Still crazy after all these.
So there it is, proof positive. The Dalai Lama does eat beef burgers at the High Holborn branch of McDonald's. I don't know, have we said the muck word enough times on this show so far? There has got to be a rule against that. Oh yeah, David Gray. Virgin Radio, I'm Nick Abbot for Danny Baker. The phones 0500 30 12 15. So the news so far today, Billy Piper collapses in a nightclub. Who's she? Naomi Campbell checks into an anger management clinic because she's too beautiful and too rich and too thin. Posh Spice is to launch a TV career, Ruby Wax style. Victoria. It's going to be on TV. Speaking of too thin. Force fields are used by supermarkets to secure their trolleys. What? Page 32 of your Sunday Mirror. I'll have to look that one up. And they're on the lookout for Leo Blair lookalikes. Oh, you've got to be joking. Big eyes, a puffy face, and pukes a lot. I think Billy Piper's got a new job. Let's go to Weston-super-Mare. Mark.
How you doing? All right.
Yes, fine. You asked the question and answered it.
Oh, right, thanks. I think, when we're playing in Europe, whether it's club level or, international level, I think, when we watch Manchester United play, and we all root them, don't we? Why can't
wait a minute, we all root them? What does that mean?
Well, we all want them to win, because
I see.
They're representing the British Isles,
Maybe it's an Australianism that the word root, I don't know, it had other connotations going off in my mind, but root for them is perhaps what you mean.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we want them to win, because they're from these four shores, like. Why can't we do that with with the national team?
Now, you understand now we're going to get dozens of calls saying, well, I hate Manchester United, because it seems like most of the country actually do.
I mean, I'm a Liverpool supporter, but...
don't either root or root for them.
But I mean, when we went in the World Cup back in '94, I was over in Buffelli, and we were right behind the Irish, and everybody over there had such a passion for the Irish game, even though we weren't Irish. Why can't the rest of the country do that when England are doing well?
What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Why can't we all be friend? Is that what you're saying?
Basically, yeah.
All right, good for you, Mark. Thanks a lot, mate. A little love on the show, and always could do with a little bit of that, just a smidge. Here's one in Dundee. Hello.
Hello.
Kenny.
You got it right. How are you?
I'm okay, Kenny. Just fine. Thanks for the pleasantry.
That's okay. I'm a friendly bloke.
Get on with it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I was waiting for you to introduce me.
Here's Kenny.
I'd like to talk to you about...
No, wait a minute, Kenny. And now, live from Dundee, the one and only Kenny.
Right, okay, the Buddhist can...
Don't ever talk over the fanfare, Kenny. Timing, that's what comedy's all about.
Who cares about timing? Buddhists can't eat meat. The Buddha himself died of eating rotten meat. He knew he was going to eat rotten meat, but it was just his time coming, he decided, so he ate the rotten meat.
Right.
The Buddha was an interesting bloke, but I'm not a Buddhist. I think I'm mad.
They're mad, you say?
Oh,
well, don't sit on the fence, just tell me what you think. They're a little bit screwy, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a personal opinion on your part.
I'm not bigoted.
What's your favourite daily paper?
The Scotsman of the Times.
Okay, well, crazy. Not so nuts, after all. 0500 30 12 15. Let's go to... let's see what's going with this internet poll. I'm going to run this for another hour because someone quite rightly said that a lot of people who watched the match last night won't be, in a fit position to surf the net and take part in some stupid poll. So I'm going to run it till 12, and then we're going to do the most annoying television presenters for just 1 hour. I've got 4. I'll need your help to come up with a 5th. But in the meantime, last night's match was A, the second greatest result in history, B, a lucky escape after a lackluster performance, and C, who cares? And it changes every time I come back to it. 16% say it was the second greatest result in history. 51% say a lucky escape after a lackluster performance, which is actually the correct answer, not that I want to sway you one way or the other. And 33%, fully 1/3 of the people taking part in this scientific poll couldn't care one way or the other. You're listening to Virgin Radio. I'm Nick Abbot, going to do this and then something else. Travis, excuse me, Virgin Radio, I'm Nick Abbott, in for Danny Baker. So we're doing a poll about last night's match right now, taking calls on anything at all, preferably not football. I think we've done that to death now. 0500 30 12 15. In the 12 o'clock hour, I'm going to do a poll of the most annoying television presenters. I've already got 4. I think we have the option to have 5 up there, so I need your help to fill in that extra gap, so to speak.
Every hour, all through your workday. This is the home of 10 great songs in a row. Virgin Radio.
So it's 0500 30 12 15. I'm going to send out a poll in the next hour. Who are the most annoying TV presenters? I've got 4. We can have 5. So help me out with who the other one is. Help me fill my hole in that respect.
Can I lose a sense of time to flow?
Unforgivable Sinner, you're listening to Virgin Radio. I'm Nick Abbott. That was Lena Marlin. Danny Baker's away this week. He'll be back next. It's 0500 30 12 15. It's just a general sort of free-for-all. I don't do topics, by and large. And there's a poll running on the internet right now. If you go to allthews.virginradio.co.uk, then you'll see on the front page there some sort of link thing, which is the precise technical term for it. It's a link thing. And the question is, last night's match was A, the greatest result in history, because if you look at the newspapers today, that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like we won World War III. It's on the front page and inside, and pages 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and a special colour pull-out section in the middle. It's just unbelievable, the coverage of that match has got. So the papers are running it as the second greatest result in history. You say 15%. 15% of the people who are taking part in this scientific poll say that it's the second greatest result in history. 52% a lucky escape after a lackluster performance. And C, who cares, 33%. Which is a lot bigger percentage than I originally thought. Now, some of these people have been waiting a dog's age, so let's take them first in strictly fair order. How about Donna in London? Hello, Donna.
Hiya, Nick. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Jolly good. I've been listening to quite a bit of your show this morning after picking myself out the gutter. And I'm Scottish. And the reason I was picking myself out the gutter was because I was dancing on a table in a pub last night in Covent Garden, celebrating England's win.
Well, good for you.
I've been down in England or London for about 12 years now, and listening to this show this morning, and it's the English going on about the Scots and the Scots going on about the English. It's like listening to 2 wee boys going, "My dad's bigger than yours." Who really cares? It's all happened a very long time ago, and both sides are just as bad.
Well, thank God for just a tiny smidge of sanity, Donna, and it took a woman to do it.
As always.
Thanks a lot.
And could I just make one other little tiny point quickly?
Just a quick one.
Yeah, the chap who was going on about England and Germany falling into the same band as the Scots and the English, it's the only team they want to beat. I think he's kind of forgotten that England hadn't beaten Germany in about, 40-odd years? So
Well,
last night you actually broke a duck, which I
since the
think,
big one, yeah, not in anger anyway. There was a couple of friendlies, I think, but I'm only taking my information from John Motson because I know nothing about football.
All right, but I think you broke a big one last night, and it's going to give the team more confidence when they go to the game, which is very important on Tuesday. And to all Englishmen everywhere, I hope you bloody win.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Donna.
It's a pleasure.
Do
Have a
make
good
sure
one.
you dust yourself down and pick the bits out of whatever it was that adhered to you.
Oh, never mind that. I'll never get back into Scotland again after this. Thank you.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
It's Northumberland. Hello, Emma.
Hi.
Emma.
I was just ringing. I agree with Donna what she has to say. I mean, the guy who said that we're only out to beat one team. I mean, I think he had forgotten it had been 34 years since we've beaten them, and almost every international game since then we've had to play them at least once, and we've always lost. And
But he wasn't. He kind of overstated it, but he was basically what he was saying was there's a certain frisson, a certain extra excitement when we play Germany, just as there is with the Scotland-England game. So he's right in that respect.
yeah, he's right in that respect. But I think the reason is because we haven't actually beaten them for 34 years. And if you haven't beaten someone for 34 years, you get a bit annoyed after a while.
Yeah, I get annoyed if I go like 3 or 4 days without being beaten.
Exactly. So I think he just needed to remember that and realise.
Just needs to take a deep breath and calm down.
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
So some of the other news today, Posh Spice is to launch a TV career. I think Tonya is going to launch a TV career. She's also going on a solo music career. How much money does this woman need? And Liam Gallagher, what's this? Liam Gallagher's on a 7-hour bender. No kidding. Liam Gallagher, who'd have thunk it? While this is from the Snooze of the World today, he went on a 7-hour bender. How can you do that? I mean, is it just me, or 2-3 hours drinking and I've had enough? 7 hours? He axed a gig for 8,000 fans in Hamburg last Tuesday, and then and then went on a 7-hour bender. That doesn't seem like him at all, does it? Of fun. It's a Virgin Radio. What a day. What a day. 18 degrees in the north with a little bit of rain or drizzle. Blimey, you always get it in the neck up there, in the northwest. Nightmare. 18 degrees there, 29 in the south, and much of the rest of England as well. Sunny and hot. How fantastic is that?
The sun has got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on and he's coming out today.
The home of 10 great songs in a row. Virgin Radio.
Oh, what about this weather, eh? Almost makes you want to get your castanets out, huh? Aga-do-do-do, no question about it. Here's a call in our Watford. Hello, John.
Hello.
John.
Yep. How are you today?
You sounded surprised like I called you.
Well, no, I've been a studier for about 10 minutes.
You've been
actually.
sitting there.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's up, John?
I'm ringing about annoying TV presenters.
Okay, well, this is the poll. I'm going to do this soccer poll till midday, and then the most annoying TV presenters. I've got 4. Do you want to hear them?
Yeah, go on.
I believe the technical department have given me the option of 5, so I can only think of 4 right now. First of all, she has to be in there. You know who I mean, Vanessa Feltz.
Yeah.
You can't do a poll about the most annoying TV presenters without including Vanessa's fat, am I right?
That's true.
Of course. Second, who would be my number 1 choice, were it not for the one who follows him, no question about it, Dale Winton.
I don't mind Dale Winton, actually.
Get out of town. Dale Winton? Are you sure that you know...
I don't like him, but I don't mind him.
Are you sure you know who we're talking about here?
I do know.
Dale Winton.
Supermarket sweep and all that, yes.
Oh, now, he would be my number 1 choice. He would even beat Vanessa's fat.
Yes.
Were it not for Ainsley Harriott.
Oh, I agree there.
Is there a more annoying person who lives and breathes on the face of this planet than Ainsley Harriott?
Well, I have 3 for you to choose from.
Okay, well, I've got 1 more, and then we'll hear what it is that you have for us. Now, those 3 would be the top choices, I think, for almost anybody in the country.
Well, do you want my 3?
Just a second, I'm going to give you my 4th, and then we'll hear your 3.
Go on.
There's an order and, a rule for everything.
Indeed.
The 4th would be, and this is a bit left field, I know, but the BBC Breakfast News team. Now, I don't know what's going on. Do you watch that program?
No.
I don't know what's going on with that, but somebody has told them...
Virgin Radio.
Of course, yeah, so do I. I listen to Virgin Radio and then watch the TV news at the same time. So I think it must be that somebody has told the people who read the news there to be funny. Now, have you ever been to America and see how news broadcasters do it over there? They're kind of joshing. You know, it's usually a blonde woman who looks like she's been made out of plastic, and then an older guy with greying hair, and they joke with each other. And somebody from the BBC News must have gone to America and thought, gosh, that's good, we'll have them do it over here. And now, if there's one thing that news people cannot be, it's funny.
I agree.
So that's my fourth choice. What's your three?
My three are number 3, Rolf Harris.
Oh, come on. Rolf Harris, the man's an institution.
Unfortunately, yes. I just don't like him. I object to him being Rolf Harris.
He should be in an institution.
Number 2 is Cilla Black.
Cilla?
All that false sincerity.
Are you? Nobody's going to agree with you on these because these people are too loved. Scylla, also an institution.
And my number 1 pet hate as a television presenter is Michael Barrymore, who I just cannot stand. He destroys everything he touches. He really does.
Including his marriage.
Including his marriage.
Okay, well, maybe, I don't know. I would say definitely not Rolf Harris. He's not an annoying man. Scylla, how can you not like Scylla? It's like saying Bruce Forsyth's annoying. How can you not like Bruce?
False, and I lived for many years in Merseyside, and I know people aren't like that. They're far, far better.
Yeah, but give the woman a break. She's doing Saturday night television on ITV. Of course it's going to be a little fake. I mean,
Yes,
that whole show is fake.
Yeah, but I mean, her on telly creates a problem because I've got to find something else to watch.
I would say that Michael Barrymore could, as an outsider, make it into the top 5. We're going to have to come up with somebody better than that because I'm a little, I don't know. People, for some strange reason, I don't really fathom why people seem to really like Michael Barrymore. How about Posh Spice? She's going to be a TV presenter now.
Oh God help us all.
I'll take that as a vote. Thanks a lot, mate. 0500 30 12 15. So I'm going to do that poll after the news. The most annoying TV presenters. I got 4. I need a 5th. So 0500 30 12 15. But Posh Spice is going to launch a pop solo career by teaming up with true steppers, whoever they are. Do you ever think that you don't have any idea what's going on in the world, like with young people? After a certain age, all pop acts, you've got no... I read the top 10 recently, and didn't have a clue who any of them were. Although I did hear a track the other day that we won't play because it's kind of not our format, but it's like a Barry White song with some real heavy beat in the back of it. Oh, well, that's the best song I've ever heard in my life. But, as I say, you won't be hearing it here because it's a bit too much like that. But... Oops. But Posh Spice is going to be doing a solo career, a little less bubblegum, it says, than her fan. Well, it does say fan in the plural, but I'm not sure that's actually statistically correct, than her fan would expect. So perhaps a little less of this.
Yo, tell me what I want, what I really, really want. Don't tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna, really, really, really wanna zig a zig.
The multi-talented Mel C on Virgin Radio. I'm Nick Abbot, in for Danny Baker. The number's 0500 30 12 15, and time is against us because in the next hour I'm going to do a poll of the most annoying television presenters. Now, this is something that will, you know, you always find yourself shouting at the TV, right? So there must be somebody. There's got to be one name that somebody will say, and everybody will go, yep, that's the person who definitely has to be in there. Vanessa Feltz, Del Winton, Ainsley Harriott, the not funny BBC Breakfast News team, and AN Other. It must be at the forefront of your mind, always, when you switch the TV on. Oh, blimey, not da-da-da again. So let me know, and I'll stick it up on the pewter. It's it's 0500 30 12 15. The poll that we've got going at the moment, I'll give you the final result just before we go to the new news. Let's take one in Glasgow. Hello, Simon.
Hello. I've got a couple of things for you. One's about the football. I agree with you totally. It was a lacklustre performance and we were so lucky. But the thing
don't tell me. Vote on the website.
I'm not on the web, that's the only problem.
Oh, okay.
But the only thing really I want to say is the gentleman was saying earlier about how English fans always follow other teams when they're away. Well, I say I'm English and I actually live up in Scotland. And I was out yesterday with my England strip on all day, and everybody came up and said, I hope you have a good result tonight, and we hope you win. So how we can say that the Scottish don't want the English to win?
Which part of Scotland were you in?
I was in Edinburgh Zoo.
Your beautiful Edinburgh? In the zoo?
In the zoo.
Oh, so it was like families coming up to you?
Yeah, but even outside as well, there's groups of lads and everything, they're all like that.
Now, why would you want to go spend time in a zoo? Isn't that, like, cruelty personified? Caging poor little animals?
It was my daughter's birthday, and it's the only time she's going to get to do things like that.
And she enjoys the suffering of others?
Well,
right.
Unfortunately.
Okay. I'm calling social services. Here's one in, Emma. She's on a mobile. Let's take her straight away before she gets cut off. Hello?
Hello.
You're on the M25.
Yes, everybody's just standing around on the M25. Got somebody playing football.
What?
And I know queues are just unbelievable. What? Unbelievable. Yep. Just
On the M25 on a bright and beautiful weekend day.
Yep.
What are the odds on that, Emma?
I don't even want to talk about it. All right. Don't want to talk about it.
Don't go there, honey. Okay,
Don't
what
go
up?
there. Right, well, basically, Sean, Mile Half and I are just sitting here working out the most annoying television presenters on the planet.
Who do you have for us?
Okay, number 5, we're going for Jamie Theakston.
Jamie Theakston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so irritating and...
Number 4.
Go on, who's in the 4? John Leslie.
Who's
on the
that?
Wheel of John Leslie. He's on the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, the tall Scottish bloke.
He's the most unfunny person on the planet, and he thinks he's hilarious.
But I think what we've got here is people with a lot of personality, okay? Vanessa Feltz, Del Winton and Ainsley Harriott, they are thrusting their personality down your throat, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
John Leslie is not a man that's known for an excess of personality, so what's your next choice?
Next one? Richard Madeley.
Richard and Judy man.
Oh, he's so patronising. If you call him with a problem, he's like, he thinks he just knows it all, and it's just so humiliating.
And choice number 4?
Shauna Lowry.
Who's that?
She does, the Battersea Dogs Home. She's got red hair, and she's always got this stupid smile on her face.
There's a show about the Battersea Dogs Home?
Yeah, unbelievable.
Well,
she just smiles, even though this poor animal's been tormented and abused, and she's just smiling all the time.
There's a program on TV that torments and abuses animals. Well, that's not Channel 5, is it?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that too much, all right?
And your last choice?
Number 1.
Michael Barrymore with a proviso.
Michael Barrymore.
With a proviso?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, my love doesn't like Victoria Beckham at all.
She's not a TV presenter yet, though.
As soon as she comes in, apparently she's going straight to number 1.
Right, straight number, but so far it's Michael. 2 votes for Michael Barrymore.
I think he's just such a prat.
Okay.
He just is.
You've said enough, Emma. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Right, let's take one last vote on this, and then we'll stick it up on the website, and we'll vote proper in the next hour. Hello, Bristol. No, wait, Blackpool.
Hiya.
How you going?
Hiya, it's Andy.
Andy?
Yeah, about the TV presenters.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Richard Whiteley of Countdown.
Oh, Richard Whiteley.
What a numpty.
Is a winner so far, beating Michael Barrymore into our final poll. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, poor old Carol Vorderman, she must cringe, A, at the way he dresses, and B, at his unfunny jokes.
Unfunny people on the television, can't get enough of them. Do you have
also, yeah, the last caller, I can't remember his name, but he is a Burke, the one that does the Wheel of Fortune.
That'll be John Leslie.
John Leslie.
Okay.
He's another numpty.
Right. I'm going to go look up the word numpty in a dictionary, just to make sure that we can say that on the radio. The final poll on last night's match, let me just call that up. That's not what I expected, actually. The question was, last night's match was, A, the second greatest result in history. You said 14% said that it was the second greatest result in history. 52% of callers thought it was a lucky escape after a lackluster performance. 33% said who cares. So extrapolating from those figures, which you actually can't do because they're probably not statistically correct, a third of the country just doesn't care, and 52% had their eyes open during the match and weren't nodding off like I was after having had too many sherbets sitting in the sun all day. Right, so we'll do that. That's it. That's the final result on that. You can write that up in tomorrow's newspapers. That'll be the front page. Or not. And I'm going to come back and we'll do the most annoying TV presenters, the 0500 30 12 15, we'll line calls up. We'll do a lightning round as well in the next hour. If you don't know what that is, then just join the queue.
From from Sky across the UK. This is Virgin News.
At 12 o'clock.
The home of 10 great songs in a row. Virgin Radio.
Hi, my name is Stereo Mike.
Brand Van 3000, you listen to Virgin Radio. I'm Nick Abbot for Danny Baker. And the phone number is 0500 30 12 15. We have a brand new poll. We're going to do a lightning round in this hour, which is, well, I'll tell you when we get there. I'm just reading the news. I bought the newspapers, so you don't have to. Mission Impossible 2 is a flop, say the critics. I find that hard to believe. This is in the Snooze of the World. It says it's been panned by America's powerful big-name critics. It's overshot its schedule amid crew problems and needed a last-minute rescue job. And so many of the great movies ever made overshot their schedule. I mean, look at Apocalypse Now. It was a nightmare shooting that movie. They had to employ a counsellor from the Scientology church to help, what's his name? The kid with the teeth. What's his name? What's his name? Tom Cruise. That's right. He had to have a Scientologist counsellor in order to help him get through the traumatic time when he had to actually count the money that he made from this movie. They are critics. What do they know? Critics hated the Star Wars movie. I saw that 3 times, so it's absolutely fantastic. They hated Independence Day. They hate anything that's got a lot of special effects. They like it's like the old geezer that used to do the Barry Norman. I swear, the only movie he ever liked was like if it came from China or Vietnam and was a 7-hour movie about a bloke who lived in a shed on an ice floe, then he loved it and he would rave. Anything that had a star or that was in colour, he couldn't stand it. And that's the same with most critics, because critics see like 6-7 movies a week. It's like 4 a day. If you're a critic on one of the big newspapers or like TV critic or something like that, you'll see maybe a dozen movies a week, and they all just blends into one great big special effect. And so the only thing that sort of stands out for you is if nobody ever does anything, or if it's in Croat. So those are the only movies. And plus you want to be seen as artistic and intelligent. So anything that's foreign automatically is great, no matter what it's like. Mission Impossible 2. I will be queuing as soon as it opens. Here's one in London. Hello.
Hi.
Owen.
Yes. The most annoying person I know of on the TV is Sister Wendy Beckett.
Oh, lightning bolts are going to strike you the moment you step outside your house. Sister Wendy Beckett, what's the matter with her?
She has the most irritating, sticky-out teeth and the most awful nasal voice imaginable, and she drones on and on.
Well, no, I think you're misinterpreting the point of this poll. It's not to say that I don't like the such and such because of the way they look.
Okay, fine. She just talks in a continuous monotone voice.
Yeah, but isn't she excited about the Sister Wendy Beckett? She's the art woman, right? She goes around and is toothsomely excited about any piece of art that she happens to be standing in front of. Well, I think that's commendable. What's the matter with that?
Also, every piece of art she stands in front of is erotically overtoned. And this is kind of weird for a nun.
You dug yourself out of that sentence almost successfully. I thought he was never going to manage it. I thought his head's going to explode before he, manages to get to a full stop in that sentence. Well, any photograph, any painting that she stands in front of automatically looks better because she's standing in front of it. Is that what you're saying?
No, they all tend to be, paintings of rape or, sexual encounters or that sort of thing. And they all seem to be sort of sexually motivated in some way, shape or form.
Well, maybe that's true about her program, or just happens to be what you...
it may be a complete coincidence, or maybe that's what I see.
That's right. Okay, listen, thanks a lot, mate. Now, the poll is up on the internet right now. If you go to our website, which is all the w's.virginradio.co.uk, we've had the football poll, and it was a runaway that over half our respondents thought correctly that it was a lackluster performance, and we only just scraped through. Now, something much more subjective, the world's most annoying TV presenter is A, Vanessa Feltz, B, Dale Winton, C, Ainsley Harriott, D, Richard Whiteley, or E, the BBC Breakfast News team, who at the moment, much to my amazement, are winning it in a runaway. 57% think the BBC Breakfast News team quite the most annoying thing on television. And as I said before, that's because somebody in their infinite stupidity has told them to be funny, which, as you know, is virtually impossible for anybody who reads the news for a living. Because to read the news for a living, you're just reading a card, no personality required. It's virtually a requirement of the job that you don't have a personality. You're just a cardboard cutout. So anybody that actually tries to be funny from that job has got no experience in it. Like the woman with the legs who danced on Morecambe and Wise. Oh, you know, just totally out of place. Don't do it, dear. The BBC Breakfast News team, how annoying are they? They try and be, you know, it's all like death in Rwanda and depression and politicians, and then they just have a little joshing session with each other like they're at home, they're sitting on the sofa. Too annoying. So do vote. My vote right now, Vanessa Feltz is only got 4%, the least votes of anybody, which I find quite surprising. So those names are set in stone now, and I kind of wish they hadn't, because I just thought of an annoying TV presenter that should actually be in there by rights, and it's Kilroy. Oh. And there's a bloke that I can't even watch for a second. As soon as that music starts in the morning, I'm leaping for the remote. See you in the morning. Oh, man, is there anybody more oleaginous than that man on television? But they're set in stone now, and there's nothing I can do about it. They're up there on the website, allthews.virginradio.co.uk. So I'm going to the Sunday newspapers, so you don't have to, and it says here that force fields are going to be used by supermarkets to secure their trolleys. Force fields? Oh, and step through one and you'll be broken up into your constituent molecules. What is that? The statistics are stunning. Every year the supermarkets lose 56,000 supermarket trolleys. 56,000! Where do they go? They can't all end up in the bottom of canals. 56, and they cost 100 each. £5.6 million they lose in supermarket trolleys. So now they're going to have some sort of electronic force field, I don't know, that will immobilise the wheels when they go beyond a certain point. But are, you know, it will undoubtedly be completely safe for you, the customer. So, what is the weird... No, that's almost sounding like a topic, but I never see supermarket trolleys, you know, like in the street, in parks, like floating... Well, they wouldn't float, I guess, but you don't see them dredged up in the Thames. Do they all end up in the Thames or, like, in rivers? That car, 56,000, that's like a supermarket trolley mountain. Here's one in Romford. Hello.
Hello?
Kevin.
Oh, dear God.
Is that it? Do we have somebody called Kevin on the line? Still haven't quite got the hang of this system yet. Kevin! Okay, see, straight away it sounded like, and he's been hanging on the line there for well, at least half an hour now. And as soon as it comes to him, he freezes, almost like a rabbit caught in the headlights. And the problem, as I suspected, the moment he opened his voice, was too young.
They try to tell us we're too young.
So as soon as they drop, you call me back. Here's one in E17. Hello, Caroline.
Hello there.
Caroline.
Hello. Right, you've missed the one vital, annoying person in the world.
I wish you'd called earlier because it's set in stone now. Who is it?
No, Carol Vorderman.
How can you say that?
Oh my God, you cannot switch on the telly and not see the woman. She is... Oh, she should have stuck to Countdown.
But being everywhere is not necessarily the same as being annoying.
Oh, it is, though.
Carol Vorderman is not annoying.
Oh, she is. How can you not say that? How can you say that?
Well, she's... I am innocent till proven guilty. You're the one that has to explain why you're saying that she's annoying. What's up with Carol?
Oh, she's everywhere.
Yeah, well, you said that.
Oh, well, just her whole attitude, and she's all smiley and giggly, and, oh, you're so right, and smarmy. Oh, she's awful. Ugh.
No, her companion on that show, Richard Madeley, he is annoying.
Yeah, but at least
he knows his job, and he's stuck to Countdown. He's annoying for half an hour a day.
Well, so it's easy to avoid, is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Right.
You don't have to watch it, but you turn on the telly and she's there.
Somebody watches that show. I cannot... You look at Channel 4's ratings, and it's especially the top 10 of Channel 4 is that show, which is astonishing to me, because it's got to be the most... If we did annoying shows, then that would win it in a runaway, simply because of that stupid 30-second tune that they play over and again.
No, I think people actually watch him thinking through the time.
No, people watch Jon Snow on Channel 4 News to see what kind of tie he's wearing, but not, man... But now CNA's closed. Where's that guy going to get his clothes?
I don't know, I'm sure he'll find somewhere.
But who is watching that programme? Is it on every day? Countdown, it's called. Is it like... I think it must be on in old people's homes, and they hide the remote so that they don't squabble over the programme, and it's just constantly on Channel 4, and they're, rooted to their seat. They don't actually have the physical strength to get up and change the channel. So that's where all the numbers come from. Old dears who were, on sedation in homes. I can't imagine anybody else sitting through that. Can you sit through that tune twice? Let alone the stupid game that goes around it.
No, but I have watched it in the past.
And don't they also have Giles Brandreth on that programme? Oh, blimey, if he was actually a TV presenter, he would definitely be in our poll.
So what's your personal opinion of Carol Vorderman, then?
I think Carol Vorderman is... I kind of like Carol Vorderman. She looks nice. I thought that dress was a bit of a mistake, but not necessarily because of her age. It's just a terrible dress, I thought.
What about the leather pants on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, though?
Whose leather pants?
She had leather pants on.
Carol Vorderman is on Who Wants to Be...
Carol Vorderman had leather pants on. You know the celebrity Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
She had leather pants on, and it was a big no-no. But she just tries too hard as well.
Well, too much money, too little style. Is that what you're saying?
Could be, yeah.
Now, it's not that she's intelligent and rich and good-looking and relatively... it's not like a jealousy thing coming out here, is it, Caroline?
No, not at all.
So what do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
A nurse? So you earn, what, like £10, £12 a week, something like that?
Well, yeah, actually.
Yes, something like that, yeah. So, nurses, God bless them, and what would we do without them? But not always necessarily high IQ material.
How dare you? I have a degree. Don't you know?
Do? What are you doing being a nurse with a degree?
Well, I enjoy my job. Somebody's got to do it, and I do enjoy it.
Now, which part of nursing do you enjoy? Now, that's... I can't believe that, because doctors do it because they get paid a lot of money. But seeing everybody that you see during your working day is ill and moaning and whining and oozing pus. Like, what? Which part of that is enjoyable?
No, but you help them make... You get them home, you get them better.
Right.
You give them their,
So, as a nurse, what you're saying is that the best part of the nurse-patient relationship is when they leave.
Love you.
Sure.
Yeah! Something got me started. Don't get me started. Simply Red, Virgin Radio. I'm Nick Abbot in for Danny Baker. I'm going to set up a lightning round in about 20 minutes' time. The idea of the game is to just complete a sentence, which is a perfect opportunity for people who don't normally call a talk show because they're embarrassed or they haven't got anything to say, like the host. And the sentence to finish is, I love, ... Now, what could possibly be easier than that? And what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding, by the way? So it's, I love, ... Not yet, but in about 20 minutes' time. Think about it.
Every hour, all through your workday. This is the home of 10 great songs in a row. Virgin Radio.
We've got a poll going on the most annoying TV presenters, and they're winning it in a runaway. What a surprise. The BBC Breakfast News team. Third Eye Blind, Virgin Radio. I'm Nick Abbott, in for Danny Baker. And running a poll on the air. I'm going to do a lightning round in a minute or so, 10 minutes, something like that. And the prefix is I love. Just finish that sentence. Easy. But not now, later. So the poll is, the world's most annoying TV presenter is... I've got a list. Vanessa Feltz. She's got 34%. The next one I find somewhat surprising. Only 2% think that Dale Winton is the most annoying TV presenter in the world. Only 2%. I'm stunned by that. How about Ainsley Harriott? I don't know why that was appropriate, but that's 11% for Ainsley Harriott. Richard Whiteley, Mr. Show Business himself. 10%, and I'm stunned by this, that the BBC Breakfast News team, the non-funny, tried to be humorous BBC Breakfast News team, are winning it by a hefty margin of 9% at 43%. That's the exciting, humorous BBC News team. 43% say the world's most annoying TV presenters. So it's 0500 30 12 15. Let me pop up the other screen and see who we got. How about Timo?
Hello.
Timo.
Hi, it's a net nerd.
You are a net nerd. Yes, you're one of the net nerds that have done one of the myriad sites about me.
Yeah, can we give it a quick...
Can you give me a plug? Is that what you're saying?
Or the website.
Go ahead.
It's www.nickabbot.com.
Now, this sounds terrible to be saying this on this show, but it's got nothing to do with me, has it? I don't have anything to do with this in any way, shape or form, but a lot of I don't know what it is about what I used to do. They're kind of like this sort of thing. People who surf the net a lot seem to just be obsessed about what it is that I used to do, more so than, well, I don't know, life itself. And they all got together and bought this domain. That's the right word for it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
NickAbbot.com. You go there and there's just reams of stuff, like old stuff. People sit down and do transcripts of old shows, which is just a ridiculous thing for a grown-up human being to do. But it's all up there, right?
Yep, and it's a lot of fun.
If you say so.
I do.
All right, thanks a lot, Timo. Here's one in Hogsback. Where's that? Hogsback. Steve is gone. Off into the sunset on the back of a hog. Southeast London. Susie.
Hello.
Hello, Susie.
Hello, Nick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Well, I've got one that just completely beats all the ones you've got, and I can't believe you haven't mentioned it already.
Well, it's set in stone now, but so anything you say now, this is an annoying TV presenter?
But I think you should do an extra poll just for this one, because you get so many people phoning and saying, yes, I agree.
I don't know, because I thought that we had all of the ones that immediately come to mind, because there are people that make you lunge for the remote control, aren't they? And I thought that we had pretty much them all. Richard Whiteley was the one that we were a little unsure about who was going to go in there. It might have been Michael Barrymore, but I think we made the right choice. Richard Whiteley is definitely, she's in there in the top 5, but you have somebody else for us.
I do. Anne Robinson.
Anne Robinson?
Anne Robinson is the most annoying, irritating person I've ever seen on television. That wink and that crooked smile and a patronising, condescending attitude.
Well,
don't you agree?
Well, she is a winker. I'm reading the Sunday newspaper, so you don't have to. It says here, Roseanne Barr is so thrilled with her new slimline body, I think she had all the fat sucked out of her head, that she's agreed to pose for Playboy in the nude for a 5-figure sum. You have got to be joking. I tell you what, if you want to be stunned by a television program, then watch that chat show that she has on Channel 5 at about 9 in the morning, the Roseanne Show. Oh, I think they showed it at about 2 in the morning on American television because it's so bad. It is staggering. It's like somebody's been given a TV show as a toy, and she just shows up and doesn't have a clue what's going on and just does the show right here, like Mickey Rooney. No words can describe how staggeringly awful it is. You've got to see it for yourself. 9 o'clock in the morning on Channel 5, the home of quality television. So let's set up a lightning round. It's 0500 30 12 15. Anybody that used to do this or used to listen to me back here, there and everywhere when I used to do lightning rounds all the time, it's easy. It's the perfect opportunity if you never call a radio show just to get, because I'm not going to be asking you your name or where you're from, and we're not going to have a chat. I know you're going to be on and gone. And all you have to do is complete the following sentence in an amusing way in 1,000 words or less. You know, like 2 would be good, or 5, or whatever it is that, gets you to the joke. And the prefix is I love. Easy. What could be more simple than that, apart from the host of this show? I Love. It's a lightning round happening after this call, which will precede the next break. So let's go to Romford.
Hello, Nick.
Kevin.
Yeah, how you doing?
All right.
Okay, the worst person on the television, I think, is Dr. Fox.
Well, as I said, it's already been set in stone. I don't think
I know that, but I was waiting before it was, so I thought I'd say it anyway.
He's we also we want famous people. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's famous enough. Everybody knows who Dale Winton is, but you know what I mean?
Nick, while I'm there, can I just say one thing?
Yes.
Because I've got a website which is very similar to what you're doing today on the polls. It's publicopinion.org.uk.
Well plugged.
Thanks very much.
You'll be, by this time next year, you'll be a billionaire. Thanks a lot, mate. It's one in Belfast. Hello.
Hello, Nick. All right.
How you going?
Yeah, you were asking about what annoys people on TV, or who annoys you on TV.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone annoys me on TV, because I just think it's all... Do you not think that TV now is just too nicey-nicey, and, you know, there's no real vitriol on TV, there's no real, you know, blatant satire or anger, there's no one getting upset, and everything's just very sort of, you know... Like, you look at something like Have I Got News For You, which is supposed to be, you know, like cut and satire, but it's not. Like, it's just...
a little too chummy for you?
Yeah, I mean, they just sit there, but, you know, all right, fair enough, they'll have a go at whoever they get on, but, I mean, they just sit there with big stupid grins on their faces, and they just come out at the end of it smelling like roses, and they know what they're going to get when they go on. You know, there's no spontaneity anymore, there's nothing... There's just nothing worth switching on for, I think, really. Like.
So, it's the smell of manure you want filling your nose, rather than roses. I'll see what I can do for you. I'll post you some, watch for it at your door. 0500 30 12 50. Let's clear up all of these, and then we'll go for a break. We'll have a completely clear board and do a lightning round. Here's one in Orpington. Hello.
Hello.
Babs.
Hello, Nick.
Babs.
How are you?
All right.
I've spoken to you before, actually, on somewhere else.
Yeah.
Actually. I'm just wondering, before I get to my point, have you still got your fart pot?
Pot, that's a very technical term.
No, fart pot.
Pot, yeah, that's...
Fart pot.
Pot, as in, that's a technical term for, like a fader here. Is that what you mean?
Right.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
I've still got mine.
I have it singly and in groups.
That was great. I absolutely love that.
What
Anyway,
a tremendous relief for us all.
It was brilliant. Right. I've got a bit of a, how can I put it? I'm very worried about Moby.
The recording artist,
Yeah. You played Porcelain earlier on.
Great song.
Brilliant. I love the guy so much. He's wonderful. But the only thing is, he recorded that album in his bedroom, apparently. And it sounds as though he's got a sheep in his bedroom.
A sheep in his bedroom? Like that?
Well, no, it goes meh.
How does it go? It
Well,
goes...
it's a bit that goes meh.
Yeah, like that.
And it's a bit, you know, dodgy.
It's probably a digital sheep. You probably downloaded it off the internet, which kind of is worse. Okay, listen, Babs, we've got to go. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Nick.
Bye-bye. And when I say we, I mean you. Here's one in Edinburgh.
Good afternoon, Nick.
How you going, Chris?
It's going well. It's good to have you back.
Well, it's nice to be back. Nick's back or Nick's front? Which would you like a picture of?
Both.
I'll send you them both in the post, yes, and you can throw out the one that you don't want.
Anyway,
that disgusts you the least.
Yeah.
Go on.
I know you've already done it, but annoying TV presenters, there's a few that I'm surprised you missed out. For example, Mr. Jeremy Clarkson.
Yes.
He does annoy you.
Well, I never watch his programme, he annoys me so much, so it wasn't something that actually occurred to me.
Oh, good one. Anthea Turner. The very,
is she still on television?
I don't know, but if she is, I wouldn't be watching her. I remember her from the lottery, and it was too...
Oh, we have a change of result here. Somebody is making a quick move from behind, so to speak. But go on, your last choice in this call.
Well, my number one is Jilly Golden.
Your number one is...
The Wine Woman.
Is number two's Jilly Golden, eh? Okay, thanks a lot, mate.
Okay, bye-bye.
0500 30 12 15. Let's set up a lightning round. Perhaps you don't know what that is. It's perfectly simple. Just finish a sentence. I love. Oh, man, it'll be funny. Or not. The poll at the moment, the world's most annoying TV presenter, Vanessa Feltz, is winning it in a runaway.
The home of 10 great songs in a row. Virgin Radio.
Setting up a lightning round right now. Just finish the sentence, I love. 0500 30 12 15.
Maybe I don't really want to know how you got in great.
up, lads. You're in show business.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing.
Here's a lightning round happening now. 0500 30 12 15. It's going to be just complete the sentence I love. For much amusement and hilarity all round, or not, as the case may be. Let's try. Here's line 1. Hello.
I love the BBC Breakfast News.
Oh, perfect quality as well. That just sounds great in stereo. Here's another. Hello. Line 2. It's a breather. 3. Baby crying.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yep, I love being able to beat the Germans without going to penalties.
Yes, I know. What a relief to us all, eh?
Great, wasn't it?
Oh, tremendous. Thanks a lot. Now, okay, if you haven't done this before, what happened? You're listening on the line. I've got all the lines lit up. As soon as I come to you, you'll hear a click. Now, only the person that is fresh on the air will hear that click, and that means you're on. You don't be waiting for a fanfare, because we don't have time. So here's another one. Hello.
Hello, I love Britney Spears.
You love Britney Spears.
Certainly do, mate.
And another.
Hello?
Yes.
Britney Spears. You love...
Hello?
Yes!
Hey, sorry. I love it when England play football away and they don't have a fight.
Well, either on the pitch or off it. I definitely thought that David Beckham was going to get sent off last night, but let's not get into that because we ain't got time. Hello? Yes,
Hello?
sir. Yes, sir.
I love Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
What a great film.
It is a great film, yeah. I got that on disc at home. I can watch it over and over again.
Gotta go.
When they, the monster mutant spiders with the blades on their feet start slicing and dicing, you just can't beat it. Those special defects just keep, they just hold their end up. Here's another one. Hello.
Cold showers on a hot day?
You love cold showers on a hot day.
Yep.
Have you ever taken a cold shower on a cold day? My osteopath recommends it for poor circulation.
Only because the shower wasn't working.
But it worked for you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, dear. 0500 30 12 15 in among a lightning round. I love. That's all you have to do. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, the word lightning actually implies speed. Go ahead.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
In the morning, it smells like...
my barbecue, really.
No, you idiot. It smells like victory. Here's another. Hello.
I love it, I love it.
You love it? Well,
yeah, I love it.
Let's face it, who doesn't? But it's getting it that's the problem. Hello.
I love my new breasts.
Here's a call from Britney Spears. Here's another one.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
I love 12:15 a.m. Virgin Radio.
All right, like I said before, a little less of the sucking up. Here's another one. Hello.
I love Mr. Dodd.
Now, help me out here. What is he actually saying there? I think I've got that on my little thing here. Where is it? Once you haven't done this in a little while, you forget where things are. He's saying, what?
Happiness.
That's what I thought he was saying. Here's another one. Hello. That's what we just heard before. Turn your radio down because we're on a delay. What do you think we are, stupid? And another one. And he'll be here in 7 seconds when he remembers to turn his radio down. And another. Hello.
I love you.
You love me. Okay.
I do.
What a great moment to finish on, eh? Now here's some of these things that. Oh, I should do the poll. The final result on the poll, by the way. Let me just refresh this to get the final updated. Wow, I can't believe it. Now, the one that I put in there because I just thought it was a bit left field that nobody would vote for that actually won. The world's most annoying TV presenter is A. Vanessa Feltz, 36%. In second place, Dale Winton, 8%, equal last. You love Dale Winton. I'm stunned by that news. Ainsley Harriott gets 10% of the votes. Richard Whiteley in equal last at 8%. The world's most annoying TV presenters, S in brackets, is the BBC Breakfast News team. I can't believe it. You did the right thing. Finally from me now, these are actual genuine country and western song titles. Now, these are the sort of things that presenters do over and over, but it's free material that's up there on the net, and it amused me, so I'm just going to do it now. Finally, actual real-life genuine country and western song titles. You're the reason our kids are so ugly. If I had shot you when I wanted to, I'd be out by now. I've got tears in my ears from lying on my back while I cry over you. Ah, I still miss you, baby, but my aim's getting better. I liked you better before I knew you so well. And finally, get your tongue out of your mouth. No, I screwed it up right at the end. It was going so well. And finally, get your tongue out of my mouth, 'cause I'm kissing you goodbye.
Okay, that does it. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
From Sky across the UK, this is Virgin News.
At 1 o'clock.